Stars tonight, found myself a washing colored light. It felt like spirits had awakened me. This carnival of animals had taken me. They danced around me and they took my hand, whispered, close your eyes and understand. And when I felt the change, it startled me. This carnival of animals is part of me, part of me, part of me, part of me, part of me. Close your eyes and understand. When I felt the change, it startled me. This carnival of animals is part of me, 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 I took a walk among the stars tonight. Found myself a washing color light. It felt like spirits had awakened me. This carnival of animals had taken me. They danced around me and they took my hand, whispered, close your
welcome back, everybody. Forgive me for a second, I'm still kind of finishing up, getting ready. But welcome back. I hope you guys had a great day and a great weekend. Alright, Spotify. Goodbye. Let me move the volume really quick for when I start the game down to where we want it to be. And oh my gosh, I changed the layout for OBS. No, because I kept every once in a while I wouldn't go far enough over to stop stream, and so it would catch part of our raids in the stream at the end. And so now I'm trying to fix it, and now I have to get used to a new layout. So that's gonna be fun. No, this doesn't go there. We're gonna move this. Oh, goodness gracious. Okay. Will that work? Will that help? We'll find out. Yes, I'm sorry, child. Is there a remote in your way? A controller in your way? I'm sorry. Let me move it. Thank you, Zana. Thank you so much. I've meaning to make that command, and thank you so much for setting that one up for me. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, cat. Alright. Been sitting here kind of chuckling to myself because I posted the thing about how we'll be starting soon. Hi, child, Peanut. Yeah. And about the trigger warning for today's game. And there's an account on Twitter under Byakuya's name. And they posted on there, they commented, enjoy the game, commenter. And I just kept chuckling at that. It was so funny. I'm so easily amused sometimes. Alright. Let's launch this game. Ah! I fixed chat's volume, but I didn't fix my own. And that might be a little loud for you guys too, since it's the opening. We'll just do that for a second. Isn't it though? I'm sitting here trying to figure out a good comeback, and I cannot think of a good comeback that would be funny. Okay. Come on. There we go. There we go. Relayer everything. Turn this back to where it was. I think that's right. How does everything sound? We good? I'm so excited. Yes, thank you, Zana, for the content warning. I am not gonna read it, because I was told I shouldn't read it. Actually, I can't. Okay. I do these. Sounds good? Good. Good, good, good. I love to hear it. Alright. Who is ready? So last time, oh yeah, we have to do a little recap of last time, because it went super long and I ended up skipping through a bunch of stuff. So, yes. Wait, did that say chapter 3? Uh-oh. Hold on. Are we not done with chapter 3 yet? Oh, I think we have a tiny bit left. Okay. Hi, Niall. Oh my goodness. How much recap are we gonna have to do? A lot, because I don't think I actually read through the stuff with Alter Ego. Do we need a recap of what happened after in the courtroom? Like, go through dialogue? Or... Because it was, let's see. Hifumi and Taka were murdered. We found out that Hifumi killed Taka, and then Celeste killed Hifumi. But they were working together. And then found out that Celeste has been faking her accent. Shame. Such a shame. Then, let's see. Oh yeah, and Kyoko asked Monokuma a question. What did you do to my body? What did you do to me? We might be spending some time with Kyoko here. Let's see. We got Alter Ego back. Celeste had stolen Alter Ego, so we have Alter Ego back. And then Kyoko and Makoto, went into the dressing room together to check on it. And then, so everybody dispersed. We went into the dressing room. Opened the locker, there was Alter Ego. Alter Ego said they might be able to open the file soon. Try to learn more about Kyoko. Kyoko wouldn't tell us anything! Kyoko! I want to know more! And we told her that we believed in her. Which kind of threw her off guard. Oh. Oh, we got an answer! Fine, I'll tell you. Tell you why I've been disappearing and where I've been going. You'll see. Oh yeah, we got invited to go find out. She told us the story. We didn't hear the story. Way in the back of the boys' bathroom storage closet. Okay. We're gonna go find out something about Kyoko. Boys' bathroom. Not this boy's bathroom, maybe? She said way back in a closet. Oh, maybe. Never mind. Wait. Okay. Never mind. All the way back here in the closet. It's just a normal storage closet as far as I can tell. The secret Kyoko told me about. Could it really be hidden here? I mean, guess so. She said it was way in the back of the storage closet. But I mean, seriously? Without thinking, I placed my hand on the back of the storage closet. And suddenly, as if I were being yanked in... Ooh, gashunk. At the same time as I heard that sound, I fell through the wall. I had no idea what was going on. I had fallen through the back of the storage closet. Huh? It turned out, the back wall was like a revolving door, and I'd made my way to the other side. Just like Kyoko had said.
Correct.
Oh, mouse. Off the game, please. Thank you. Okay. So this is the secret room. But what's in here? Well, we've got a bookshelf. There's a bunch of files and what looks like volume after volume of yearbooks. They're all covered in dust. Looking at everything, one file at the edge of the bookshelf caught my eye. Hope's Peak Academy Student Registry? This is the only thing in here not covered in dust. Has someone been looking at it recently? Slipped the file into my hand. But before I had a chance to look at it, a slip of paper fell out of the file, and I turned my attention to it. You must not leave. What's this? You must not leave? That's kind of weird. Could understand if it said, I can't leave, but you must not leave? What is this? My head feels funny. This strange sensation. It's like deja vu. Oh. Those words. You must not leave. I've seen them somewhere before. But I can't quite remember. We're gonna find out that this is like all of this has happened before and we're all just the same people replaying the same events over and over and over again. It'd be interesting. What do I know? What don't I know? Uh-oh. Strange sound rang out through my head. It felt like it was shaking my brain back and forth. And then darkness. I don't understand what's happening. Hold on, chat. I gotta fix something. Oh, I guess that's not going to fix. Okay. Hold on. There we go. I don't know what started it. It's all over. And with that, I opened my eyes. I didn't know how long it had been. It just happened. We got hit upside the head, apparently. Oh, and all the stuff is gone. Well, okay. How? Apparently, something hit me and I lost consciousness. That's all I understood. The dull, throbbing pain in my head proved that much at least. Well. An empty bookshelf. Huh? Empty. Gone. It's all gone. The yearbooks, the student registry, and the note that had fallen on the floor. It's all gone? What does this mean? But my brain refused to do any more work. The insistent pain in my head began to spread across the rest of my body. For now, I should go back to my room. Get some rest. But wait, there's the desk! My body was heavy with pain, my mind heavy with thought. I dragged myself back toward my room. Okay, Somehow, I made it back to the first floor of the school. I don't know how to make the noise. The farther I walked, the more I felt. Things are getting blurry. Can't see in front of me. I couldn't stop myself from collapsing right there. And after that... I don't like that sound. As if from a vast distance, I heard a sound. Sounds like something being dragged, maybe. It was faint, but undeniable. That sound. It's coming from the gym? As I desperately hauled my shaky frame toward the gym, the sound got stronger and stronger. What's going on? It can't be nothing. Here? In the gym? Okay. What is happening? All that matters now is the gym. Oh. Right. Through the door. I didn't make a sound as I opened the door to the gym. The sounds coming from inside, meanwhile, only intensified that much more. I don't know what these sounds are supposed to be. Hiya? Uh-oh. There's a hiya in there. People doing self-defense? Oh. Before me, there raged a battle beyond anything humanly possible. No. One side's not human, that's for sure, but... regardless, I couldn't stop staring. I forgot to move, or even breathe.
Why, you? What do you think you're doing?
Get him, Sakura.
I asked you a question. What's the meaning of this? How dare
Oh,
you
wait.
defy me?
Sakura, stop! That's bad. I just remembered one of the rules.
This wasn't part of the deal.
Oh, wait, hold on. Is Sakura the spy? Uh-oh. The deal?
I've made a decision. I will no longer retreat, no longer compromise, no longer regret. I've made my decision. I'm going to resist you.
Okay.
It's a very Paino answer, response there.
But you do realize what will happen if you go through with this, right? You haven't forgotten, have you?
What's happening, chat?
What I'm holding hostage?
What? What am I looking at? What am I hearing? A hostage? Then, could it be the mastermind spy is... Okay, that's the end of chapter 3. Ooh. Yes. Leon killed Sayaka. Monokuma killed Junko. Then Leon got executed. Then Mondo killed Chihiro. And then he got executed. Hifumi killed Taka. Then Celeste killed Hifumi. Then she got executed. That brings us up to now. The next morning in the dining hall, the day after Celeste's case. Wait, hold on. Makoto, we're missing a little bit of information here. Okay. So, now there's only 5 of us here. Only a third of the number of people we started with.
Indeed.
Loneliness has become commonplace. That's true. Still, what did I see yesterday? I don't understand. Sakura is the mastermind spy? Can that really be true? Makoto, are you okay? No, I'm fine. I can't bring it up in front of the others. If I did that, it would just confuse everyone that much more. Okay. In that case, let's eat till we pass out. No. What do you mean, in that case? Well, cause look how scary everyone is. It's gotta be cause you're all fighting on empty stomachs, right? If you fill your belly, I'm sure you'll all cheer up. So let's eat.
Okay.
Let's fry up some fish and donuts and eat till we can't stand up.
What?
That's like a deep impact style, meteor impact, extinction level event combination of foods. What? Those are both breakfast time top sellers. Still, the till we can't stand up part is a problem. After we're done, we need to go explore.
I see.
That's right. Since the class trial is over, new areas should have opened up. Oh, that's right.
It's true.
Plus, we have alter ego. We don't have to give in to despair just yet. She's right. We have to plan ahead and think about the future.
You got it.
Yeah! Think happy thoughts, not deathy thoughts.
You know?
Like, when we're gonna get out of here, right?
We're serious.
When this is all over, I think I want to get reborn for serious. Reborn as someone serious.
Well,
Hey, are you okay? That sounds like something someone who's about to die would say. I'm totally okay. I'm not gonna die. Why? 'Cause there ain't gonna be any more murders. Huh? What makes you so sure?
According to the spirits,
I predicted it last night. Since it's revealed itself to me from the ether, there's no doubt about it.
However,
How accurate is your fortune telling, by the way? Or anyway.
how about that?
I can usually hit 20 or 30% on a good day. That seems really low.
It's not like some occult mystery.
Well, yeah. It's not like it's ESP or whatever. Of course I'm only gonna get it right sometimes.
The occult is bullcrap.
I told you, my fortune telling isn't like some occult thing.
so,
Fortune telling isn't a cult?
You got it all wrong.
Of course not. Clairvoyance is clairvoyance. Don't put it in the same category as cattle mutilation. What? Cattle, what?
so,
He's referring to the urban legend where aliens abduct cows and dissect them as part of their research.
Actually,
No! You're calling it an urban legend? As a matter of fact, it's true. As a matter of fact, it's happened to me. It all happened one day when I went to go get a hamburger. It was a place I'd never been before. They claimed their patties were 100% all beef. So I got a burger to go and headed home.
But
And before long,
the end is nigh!
the sky was filled with mysterious blinding light.
Some crazy beam came out of nowhere and locked onto my hamburger.
The aliens want your hamburger? Oh my god.
And as soon as the beam touched it, the burger started floating in midair.
Ooh.
And then, still floating there, the entire burger started coming apart. One part of it just vanished, while the rest fell back into my hand.
Let me guess, the patty vanished.
Do you realize what that means? It means the burger wasn't 100% beef. It must have had some pork or something mixed in.
Hero.
Something like 70% pork and 30% beef would be my guess.
What are you talking about?
You can't trick me.
So I stormed back into the burger place and got up in the manager's grill, and they totally admitted it. What? It wasn't 100% beef. They totally mixed in ground pork with it. Alright, well, I mean, I guess... It...
How about that?
Now do you see? That is cattle mutilation. I don't think that... I kind of got lost halfway through. I can't tell if you're for the occult or against it. You stink of stupidity.
Don't be mean.
I stink of... How dare you? Well, you do stink, though. That's fine. That's fine? Anyway... I hope your prediction turns out to be true. Well, at the very least, I won't murder anyone.
Yeah.
Me either. I mean, I would never.
Of course.
Me either.
Indeed.
Nor I. That goes for me too, of course. I could never kill any of my friends. I felt like those words of encouragement were helping us come together as one. After so much sacrifice and hardship, we'd finally become united. But,
Well,
to be honest, I wish Byakuya and Toko were here for this too. Uh-oh. Hold on. That's not what I meant to do. I accidentally muted my computer.
But
Alright. But they're so hard to deal with. They only think about themselves. Yeah, we're better off without them, I say. That was enough to prove. We weren't united for the time being. But within that bond, or we were united for the time being, but within that bond hid weakness and fragility. Maybe eaten too fast? I got little air bubbles. So apologies for long pauses while I wait for that to pass. Oh, goodness. Anyway. We began our search as soon as we'd finished our breakfast in the dining hall. We had to find out what had opened up. What was waiting for us? The 4th floor? Yes. Probably. Let's see. And then that's the stairs down. That's right. They're over here. There we go. 4th floor. So now we have access to the 4th floor of Hope's Peak Academy. Maybe this time we'll find some kind of clue. No, this time I have to find it. Alright. Well, we've got bathrooms. Ooh, a data lab. No good. Door's locked. Guess I won't be getting in here. According to the nameplate, this is called the data center. What's behind the door is a total mystery. There are grates on the floor. Okay, we have a classroom. One day I saw Monokuma in class. Alright. The clock? There's a clock right there, but what use is time in here? Fair. Alright, hero. I'm glad this floor got opened up and all, but there's like a ton of locked rooms up here. Great. So we're not gonna really find anything, are we? Another classroom. Hello, I'm Monokuma from the school score. I'm very kind. Gather up your coins and come play with me, or I might die of loneliness. Those are the stairs up to the 5th floor. Oh, a chem lab? Ooh. Inside the room, the smell of medicine was oppressive. So this is the chem lab. I hope inhaling all this stuff doesn't do permanent damage. It's a remarkably big shelf, and it's stocked with all kinds of medicine. Why is there medicine in a chem lab?
That's right.
Ah! Listen, Makoto! Listen! Just take a deep breath and calm down and listen to me! I didn't realize I was not calm. Okay, Hida, just chill out. There's all kinds of stuff we didn't have before. Vitamins, minerals, amino acids, creatine.
Okay.
And what? They even have Proteinzyme X? Proteinzyme X. Okay. What's that? A high-quality protein drink. It's nothing like that cheap swill in the warehouse. It's connoisseur level. Oh yeah. This is amazing! It's a gold mine! My prayers have finally been answered. Time to load up some more prayers then. A gold mine, huh? Well, those two are happy. Nothing else. Okay. Sakura is lost in conversation with Hina. I need to find out what's going on with Sakura and the mastermind. I can't while she's with Hina. What is it, Makoto? Do you need something? No, it's nothing.
So then,
Really? Well, okay. Hina and Sakura seem to be lost in a deep but friendly conversation. Need to okay.
Hey, Makoto.
Huh? You need something? No, it's nothing. You sure? Okay then. Alright. There's an office. Didn't Hiro say there was a bunch of locked doors? We've only found the one. This is the office. But of course there's no hint of any teachers that we'd normally be able to rely on. There's something on the floor. Huh? There's a picture on the floor. It's Hifumi and Celeste. And I'm not sure who the other one is. This picture. What? Celeste, Hifumi, and Sayaka? The smiling faces of 3 people who are dead now. A classroom without metal plates over the windows. This is the second photo we found like this. It's exactly the same. It's just like that picture I saw before. There's no way this isn't important somehow. They're smiling the way you'd expect any normal teenager to smile. Just a normal group of high schoolers living a normal school life. Can't possibly believe they were able to smile like that in a world of despair like this. So does that mean this picture was taken before they ever came to Hope's Peak? Which would mean everyone in the picture knew each other before they got here. Including Sayaka? No, there's no way. Mano Kumo did it. It must be fake. You're fake! Mano Kumo popped out of nowhere and snatched the picture from my hand. A forgery plot? What are you, a middle schooler? You think the moon landing on the... You think the moon landing was fake too? Come on! Then, you're saying this picture is real?
Hey,
If there were such a thing as the Nobel Truth Prize, I'd take first, second, and fourth place.
too bad.
Actually, that's probably not true. I asked you a question. Is the picture real or is it a fake? Makoto, you're so eager to split things in half, aren't you?
Hey,
But it's no use. It's just no use. If you try to split something that can't be split, you'll end up feeling like you're the one being split.
it's true.
The picture is real. No. Bye. Without another word, Mano Kumo disappeared. So the picture is real? One sec, chat. I just remembered something. Okay. I'd forgotten to reactivate the channel points, and I just remembered. So now those are reactivated. My brain doing multiple things at once. It's really real? If that's true, if that's the case, what? Makoto, you have more to add? There's a flower on the desk. Somehow it makes things feel that much weirder. A coin. A lot of coins. Oh. Another flower and another coin. Alright, I guess we're just gonna collect flower coins. Hi, Bree. Welcome. Okay. That should be everything there. Headmaster's room? The nameplate on the door says Headmaster's room. Headmaster's room. There must be something worthwhile in there. Dang it, it's locked. Huh? Door's locked. Damn it. Alright. How is the 4th floor so big? Music. This is the music room. It's hardly even a classroom. It's more like an actual concert hall. Is this a grand piano? Seems really old. Bet it's worth a lot of money. Of course, without someone around who can play it, it's totally useless. Okay.
Hey,
You know, you haven't told me what you think yet. What I think?
so
About the secret room in the boys' bathroom. Ah. Well, I did find the secret room, but as soon as I started looking around, I was attacked.
what?
Attacked? By who? Well, they came from behind, and I didn't have any time to react, so I didn't see who it was. And when I came to, the mountains of files and documents were all gone. Sorry. I know how important those were.
That's fine.
It's okay. I already saw what I needed to in there. And I half suspected the mastermind might come after you. What?
Because
When I discovered the room, the mastermind must have seen me on the surveillance camera in the hallway. They must have seen me go into the boys' bathroom and not come out again. Still, I wanted you to go and see it. I wanted to see how the mastermind would react. Essentially, I wanted to find out if the mastermind actually knew about that room.
it would seem
But to attack you and steal everything in the room, it must mean there was some unknown clue in there that could reveal the mastermind's identity. Then you knew I was gonna get attacked?
that doesn't matter.
You can handle that kind of thing though, right? After all, you're a boy. What? What does she think a boy is? Fine, I understand. Then let me ask you something else. Do you know about the note that was left in there? The note that said, "You must not leave"?
Just a second.
We shouldn't talk about that. Not here. Kyoko stole a quick glance at the surveillance camera.
So
I'm looking into it. If I find out anything, I'll let you know.
listen to me.
Is that okay? She made it sound like she was asking, but it was clear I wouldn't have any say in the matter.
So then,
So now it's your turn. Let's hear your secret. Huh? Did you think I wouldn't notice? You're hiding something.
am I wrong?
That's... perceptive.
What?
What's the matter? If you're worried about the camera, why not just write it down? Well...
Hey,
We're friends, so you should be able to trust me. Isn't that what you said before? You're right. Or you're right that there shouldn't be any secrets between friends, but there's nothing worse than expressing doubt about your friend when you don't have evidence for it. What do you think, chat? Should we tell her or should we not tell her? I kind of want to tell her. Tell her would be my vote. Okay. Yamanaka would tell her too? Okay. Alright. Let's tell her. Haven't found conclusive evidence yet. If I talk about it now, it just make things that much worse. Friends shouldn't keep secrets, but there's nothing worse than expressing doubt about your friend when you don't have evidence for it. Makoto, why are you gonna give me a choice and then not let me actually make a choice? I guess we're not allowed to tell her. Sorry, I can't tell you. Not yet.
Correct.
So that's your answer?
However,
But do you think that's fair? You were happy to hear what I had to say, but now you're unwilling to share? I'm sorry. I really am.
that's fine. Goodbye.
Kyoko, no, come back! I tried to tell you, but the game wouldn't let me tell you! With those as her parting words, Kyoko left me standing there alone. I think I made her mad. You think? Makoto. What? It wouldn't let me! I chose it twice! I guess I could have kept going. No, I chose to not, and then I didn't, but it kept saying the same thing. You can go back. Why are you yelling at me? I tried. I tried to tell her. The game wouldn't let me. Oh, man. I've already taken a good look at things around here. There's a lot to think about. But for now, I should head back to the dining hall and talk to the others. What? Why facepalm? I tried. I wanted to. Chat, please. You saw, I tried. What? Should we go back and just keep choosing it over again? If I keep doing it, will Makoto eventually give in? Well... Alright, fine. You know what? Ugh, crap. I can't get rid of the progress. I'm not a liar! No! Okay, okay, I didn't lie to the ocean. It's a whole different story, though. Not long after I got to the dining hall, the others began to trickle in. And after a few minutes... So, is this everyone?
Well then.
Okay, let's discuss what we all discovered. Yeah, good idea! And wagon. I tried to tell the truth. The game would not let me.
Yeah.
There was a big shelf in the chem lab on the 4th floor, and it had all kinds of chemicals and stuff.
Okay.
And there was an all-star cast of nutrient additives and supplements. You should at least go take a peek. I highly recommend it. I hate no. No, stop it. I think you and Ogre are probably the only ones interested in stuff like that. Oh. But it's not all good stuff, though. There was medicine and health stuff, but on top of that, there was also, a bunch of different poisons. Poison? They were all labeled clearly, though, so it would be hard to grab one by mistake.
It's true.
Still, we'd better make sure we're careful around there. And we probably shouldn't tell Byakuya or Toko about the poison, right?
Huh?
What do you mean?
Well,
Just in case. You know what I'm trying to say? Just in case? Yeah, I think you're right.
however,
It's Byakuya. It won't be long before he's discovered it for himself. Oh yeah. But to put something as dangerous as poison right out in the open, that's absolutely the work of the mastermind. Yeah, pretty much. Here, some poison for you. I found a couple of rooms on the 4th floor, but they were locked. The data center and the headmaster's room. The headmaster's room? That sounds exactly like the kind of place we'd find some clues. If we can somehow unlock the door and get inside.
But
Who cares about a stupid lock?
how about that?
It should be no problem for the world's strongest missing link to knock down one measly door. What was that? Ah! No, please continue. What? Did you say I got the nicest butt on the block? The curviest hips in town? Is that what you said?
What the heck?
Hell no, I didn't.
Hey.
Then
come
what
on
did you
now.
say? Because I know you weren't talking about tearing down the room to the headmaster's room, or door to the headmaster's room. No, please continue. No. I didn't want to.
Unbelievable.
Knocking down your headmaster's door. What kind of war on education are you trying to start here?
Your teacher had such faith in you. And this is how you
That's
repay me?
my room, you know. It is now, anyway. And you're thinking of busting it down? You seriously don't want to piss me off. You have any idea how much bacteria lives on a single bear claw? No, I was just kidding. Please don't get mad. I'm not mad. You're totally mad.
This is kind of depressing.
I was hoping I wouldn't have to add a rule for this. But if you're gonna go around having those thoughts, I have no choice but to add to the school regulations. Seriously?
Too bad.
Breaking down a locked door is prohibited. There! That's the rule now, you jerks! Hi, Monokuma-san. The new rule has been added to the regulations menu. Is he gone? Missed the window to clip. What were you trying to clip? What devious things were you trying to do, chat? I'm scared. I'm pretty sure I know. Don't smile at me, chat. Chat is super naughty today. So sassy. Ew. Man, I was scared for my life. I was sure he was gonna kill me for serious. Don't be... When you smile like that and tell me not to be scared, I'm more scared.
Well,
But if he would go out of his way to make up a rule like that, there's no doubt that something important must be hidden in the headmaster's room. But now that it's a rule, there's nothing we can do. Attempting to break into locked rooms is struggling. Okay, break into locker rooms. I wanted to check the wording. Well... Metal sheets had been attached to all the windows on the 4th floor. None of them budged an inch.
In other words,
Just like everywhere else.
mm,
Escape from the 4th floor seems unlikely. That was to be expected, though. Kyoko? She's ignoring me.
so,
Hey, Makoto? Does Kyoko seem upset to you?
that's right.
She is, isn't she? She's totally mad. Yeah. It looks like it.
What's your deal?
I bet it's your fault, isn't it? You must have done something to her. Ugh, this is bad. So, has everyone said what they need to say? I think so.
For serious.
But it looks like nobody found any clues at all, let alone a way out of here. I haven't been this depressed since my house burned to the ground. Someone do something to cheer me up. Can I say something?
How about that?
It's 'cause my dad was smoking in bed. No. I have something I'd like to report. So, you guys all remember, right? You remember when I found that picture up on the 3rd floor the other day?
Perhaps.
You mean the one that showed Mondo, Chihiro, and Leon all together, right? Yeah, I remember. What about it? Well, I found another one. Another picture, almost just like that one. Another one? But this time, the picture was of Celeste, Hifumi, and Sayaka. Huh? And they were all smiling. And the classroom in the picture didn't have any metal covering the windows. So the picture of Mondo, Chihiro, and Leon wasn't the only one. Now you find one that had Celeste, Hifumi, and Sayaka. What? Oops.
Conspiracy!
Oh. Bad Pano. Hold on. But how can that? Monokuma must have faked it. But if the picture is real, then everyone who is in it, there would have to be some kind of hidden connection there, don't you think? I was gonna delete it, but then I realized that would unmod Zana, and then I would leave Yamanaka alone. And I couldn't do it. I wanted to have Corey's please continue included. Oh no. I don't even remember what happened. No, that's not what I said. I didn't do it. I said I was going to delete the message and then I didn't because I didn't want to unmod Zana. Oh no. Some deeper truth that we don't understand.
What?
Can't be. It's a fake. But Monokuma said it was real. I know we could just write that off as a lie, but
So then,
then you trust Monokuma's word over the people who have died? Huh?
because
That's what you're saying, isn't it? No, that's not it. I'm shocked. You told everyone how we should believe in our friends, but you refused to do the same. That's not... What's going on, Kyoko? Why are you getting so emotional? I don't understand why she's so angry.
Hey, come on.
Come on, guys. Stop fighting or all your good luck is gonna float away. I didn't mean to. I wanted to tell her. That's it. I'm starting over. I'm gonna redo the whole thing. You tell me right now, if I would have kept pushing, tell them, would the game eventually have let me tell her? And if you say yes, I'm gonna cry. See? See? It's not my fault. I didn't choose to lie. I chose to tell the truth. Twice. And I'm sad because Kyoko's bad at us, and I like Kyoko. Two truths and a lie is fine. Moving on. Anyway, Makoto, you're thinking about it too much. There's no way Monokuma didn't fake that picture.
Of course.
He's just trying to confuse us. You shouldn't listen to anything Monokuma has to say. You might be right, but still. Are you still so conflicted?
What?
It looks like you guys have stopped playing nice. Byakuya! Hello, commenter on my post. How dare you call me a commoner? But it's true. You all have the same sunken look on your faces. You were all so ugly before. You shouldn't let them sink any lower. When I look at you, it makes me think of a frog sinking into a pile of manure. They're all lies. Or maybe two lies and a truth. I did.
You know?
Sorry?
Just a second.
Why are you apologizing?
What the heck?
Leave us alone. You're not part of this.
That's right.
That's true enough. Your problems aren't mine. We are, and always will be, completely separate. We? So whatever's causing your faces to turn so ugly has absolutely nothing to do with me. And if I happen to discover a vital clue, it wouldn't concern you in the slightest. Huh? Did he finally just say something useful? You gotta pick one as truth now? There are no other truths. There are no other truths in that statement.
Hey,
Byakuya, what have you been up to?
That's fine.
I don't mind telling you. Perhaps forcing your lazy brains will get to work might do some good.
Such ignorant.
I was in the bath. What else would you like to know? Today's lottery numbers? He was taking a bath? Is he saying he's been talking to Alter Ego? Did he tell him something?
It would seem.
Maybe we should all go take a bath. Ah, good idea. A mixed bath? No, please. The music type is the only truth.
Okay.
A mixed bath? If Alter Ego really did tell him something, I wonder what it could have been. Okie dokie. What? 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 What did I even say? I did not. No. Look, even Nightbot said it wasn't dirty as it sounded. Then we can't help that chat has a dirty mind. Chat, clean your mind. I don't know what happened. What? I'm just gonna play the video game. Y'all do your thing over there. When I got to the dressing room... Oh, it's Toko. Toko was sitting alone on the bench, the laptop in front of her. Toko, did you decide to come hear what Alter Ego has to say too?
What's your problem?
I already heard it with Master. Why do you call him that? With Master. I hate it. You don't have to keep saying it. Anyway, so what are you doing right now? Shut up. Stop bothering me.
How about that?
Get out of the way. We have to talk to Alter Ego.
Well,
No! I made Master a promise. A promise? Master told me to wait here, so that's what I'm doing.
huh?
What are you, his dog? If it's what Master wants, I'll do anything he asks. I don't like this wordage, Toko. Please stop. It's uncomfy. Hero? No. Well, fine. If you really want me gone, by all means. Oh! Uh-oh. She sneezed.
What?
Guys, what's going on? We'd like you to move. Sure thing. Just kneel before me and beg. Yeah. First a mega masochist, now a super sadist? Jill is somehow more acceptable. Yeah. Jill's a... I don't know. I don't know. Alter Ego. Genocide Jack is sitting in front of the laptop. I can't get to it. You can't go to the other side of the bench and just grab it? You know. Makoto. Really? You gotta go. Toko? Seriously, I'm asking you nicely to let us use the laptop.
What? SOB!
Did you hear what I said? I told you to kneel and beg.
How about that?
Come on, Makoto, get rid of the old 1-2 combo. 1, drop to your knees. 2, beseech. Why are you acting like you're not part of this? I was as desperate as I felt. Finally, I did kneel down in front of her and I said, please, I'm begging you. Will you please let us use the laptop?
I'm on fire!
Such an ultra miraculous feeling of happiness. All my pent-up anger I mastered for abusing me is evaporating. If... no. Why? So, even you realize it's abuse.
Hey,
That should be enough, right? Hurry up and let us talk to Ultra Ego. Okay. Don't. Iwakawa feels like an aspect of Jill in comparison. Yeah, they're both super weird and awkward. And not like they're awkward themselves. Just I don't like it. Just don't like it. All right. It's not good. Oh, what was Chihiro's voice? Everyone, come closer. I already told Byakuya, but I was finally able to crack open all the files that were on this laptop. Sorry to have kept you while waiting.
correct.
Just what I thought.
I see.
Finally, the time has come. I'm starting to get kind of nervous. I felt the same way. Resting on the keyboard, my hands had started to shake.
Just a second.
Move. A single word was like a sharpened blade. Wounded, I moved over to let her take over. Kyoko, please don't be mad.
So then,
Here we go. Kyoko began typing, the words appearing as fast as I could read them. Can you tell us what you found out?
leave it to me.
Sure. I analyzed the files and extracted all the useful information I could find. And one particularly important fact I discovered was that a certain plan had been put into effect here. Isolate the students of Hope's Peak Academy and create a communal life for them. That was the stated goal of the plan. But it was meant to be more than just a normal school life. The students were intended to live out the rest of their lives here. That's...
I see.
It's exactly the situation we found ourselves in. It's quite unthinkable, isn't it? And what's more, the one who came up with the plan was none other than the administrators of Hope's Peak Academy, or Hope's Peak themselves. What? Wait, hold on. Then the reason we've been imprisoned here? It wasn't the work of some psycho freak or criminal organization or whatever?
No way!
It was the school itself? That doesn't make any sense. Why would they do that?
Just a second.
I don't think Alter Ego is finished. Perhaps we should hear the rest.
That's right.
It seems that the reason they devised this plan was because of what happened 1 year ago. This is how they describe that event. They said it was the biggest, most awful, most tragic event in human history. What does that mean?
What?
Yeah, what kind of name is that for something?
You see,
Otherwise known as the tragedy. It was apparently some sort of devastating occurrence. Because of the tragedy,
well,
Hope's Peak Academy was forced to discontinue its role as a school and close down.
I see.
Things are finally starting to make sense. What this means is, 1 year ago, this tragedy took place. And whatever it was, it forced Hope's Peak to shut down. Yeah, that's pretty much what Chihiro said, Kyoko. From there, they decided to use the school as a kind of staging ground.
That's right.
They planned to sequester the students here, where they would live out the rest of their lives.
So,
But what would the Hope's Peak administrators want to shut everyone, or why would the Hope's Peak administrators want to shut everyone in like that?
Hey,
And what could this tragic event have possibly been? In a flash, Kyoko had typed their questions into the computer. And the answer we got was,
sorry.
I don't know I don't know. If that information was ever on this computer, it's gone now. I'm totally useless. I'm sorry. And that's all he said.
What?
Then, is this really the end? We get halfway through the answer and that's it?
Indeed.
It would appear so. Disappointing.
Wait. So,
There's one other thing I forgot to mention. I think it might be important. I believe it has to do with the mastermind. The mastermind? Kyoko's fingers moved even faster than they had so far. Did you figure out the mastermind's identity?
sorry.
No, that I still don't know. But I did find a clue, I think. The one leading the Hope's Peak staff, the one who finalized the plan to isolate you, was the Hope's Peak headmaster. That same person may very well be the mastermind who planned all this out. And according to the files, the headmaster is a man in his late 30s. It seems possible, even likely, that he's somewhere in this school right now.
The headmaster?
The headmaster is here in the school?
Okay.
Then that's gotta be the mastermind! I mean, Monokuma's been calling himself the headmaster, right?
perhaps.
Which makes the real headmaster that much more suspicious.
You're serious?
But if we break down the door to his room, we're dead, right? So what are we supposed to do? I'll find a way. Ooh, huh? No matter what it takes, I will find the headmaster. Kyoko's kind of... You kind of lost your cool there, my friend. Hi, Jelly. Welcome.
No matter what?
No matter what the cost.
So,
Kyoko? What's going on? This is personal for Kyoko. I want to know more. I can't explain why. I just know that I have to find him. She has to? Kyoko, what's going on with you? When she heard about the headmaster, her reaction was almost violent. This whole conversation, Corey being intrigued, me, smile.
So then,
We should see if Alter Ego has any more information. That seemed to be her attempt to regain her composure, and she started typing again. Did you learn anything else?
sorry.
I'm sorry. That's everything I found. All the information on this laptop seems to be pretty old, so that's all I can do from here. Well, I appreciate you stopping by and saying hi.
Sorry.
I'm really sorry. Then it really is all over.
Hey,
Wait. Alter Ego seems to have more to say.
so,
Well, It's kind of a different topic, but I was wondering about something. I haven't seen Celeste, Hifumi, or Taka since yesterday. A heavy silence fell across the room. The only sound was the flat, precise clicking of keys as Kyoko typed. Yeah, pretty much murder. It's a murder mystery kind of game. We started out with, what, 15 people, and we're down to 7, and we're only 4 chapters in. They're all dead. What? I see. Certainly I knew that was a possibility, but...
Okay then.
It really happened.
Sorry.
Oh, sorry. There's no point in me getting depressed over things I can't do anything about.
Anyway,
Well then, I guess that's it. That's it? A simple phrase that held so much meaning. She began typing again. Yeah. You've done your job. Thank you.
I see.
I'm done? I guess I am, huh?
Okay then.
Then maybe I'll take a little rest. I'm kinda tired. Goodbye, everyone. See you later. With that, the laptop entered sleep mode. Oh, poor alter ego.
I see.
So, alter ego did everything he could.
Indeed.
We don't have to talk to him all that much anymore.
But
Or we won't. But I kind of feel sorry for him.
But
You feel sorry? But he's just a computer program, right?
well,
I know, but still, he did everything he could for us, you know? I mean, yeah, it did, but that's what a computer program is designed to do. You don't tell a computer good job every time you shut it down, do you? Computer, I'm sorry. I should tell you good job. That's it. I'm gonna start telling my computer good job every time I shut it down. Thank you, Hero. Well, no. But when we talked to Alter Ego, I guess I just didn't see it that way. I know what you mean. I feel the same way.
hey,
Come on, it's just a program. You can tell the difference between a program and a friend, right? I mean, I talk to my computer from time to time. I talk to my computer from time to time. Just don't tell it it did a good job. Sometimes I do. But you know, what's the difference between us and that program, really? Wait. Oh, that's Makoto even. But you know, what's the difference between us and that program, really? Huh? I started thinking about how you would differentiate a person and an AI. Gotcha. My laptop is called, what? Writer's Battlefield or something like that? I don't know. Alter Ego isn't human. I know that. It's just a program running on a computer. But at the same time, I couldn't help but think of him as our friend.
that's right.
Right. Oh, yeah. He's no different from us. He's still our friend. I think maybe I understand where you're coming from. Then there's no problem calling him a friend. After all, the more friends the merrier, right?
How about that?
Check this out. Friendship has no survival value. Instead, it gives value to survival. So anyway.
What?
Don't so anyway that. It's a totally smart and cool thing that I quoted from I don't remember where.
Hey,
Anyway, there's nothing more Alter Ego can do to help us. Uh-oh. It double-clicked. As such, his role in this is over. Am I wrong about that? No, but...
Just a second.
And frankly, I question the ease with which you decide who is and isn't your friend. I'm sorry, Kyoko. Do you really mean that?
Wait.
The story's gotten off track. We should go over what Alter Ego said one more time. Yeah, good idea. What was the Hope's Peak staff thinking?
What?
Why are they making us kill each other? Alter Ego said that what happened 1 year ago was what started everything.
Well,
Yeah, he said it was the biggest, most awful, most hopeless event in human history, right? Must have been a huge incident, whatever it was. But did something like that really happen a year ago? I mean, they're kind of similar as they're a story-based game. Like, kind of with the same setup, and then you have to, there's a mystery to solve. So, that makes sense that you would be getting Ace Attorney vibes. I also haven't played it, but I've seen a bit of stuff about it, so. I don't remember anything happening that you could describe that way. What about you guys? I didn't really watch the news, so...
I'm sorry.
Sorry, nothing comes to mind.
anyway,
That event led to the closing of Hope's Peak.
at the very least.
If nothing else, it must have had some kind of connection to the school. Maybe all the students here were killed or something.
However,
That kind of catastrophe would have been all over the news. At least one of us would remember that.
Could it be?
Then maybe they covered it up. That would explain why none of us knew that the school had been shut down.
I see.
Totally covering up something like that. I suppose it's not totally impossible.
What the heck?
What is wrong with our government? Our taxes pay their salaries. They should be handling stuff like that.
Anyway,
Maybe. But right now, there's only one path open to us.
so
We have to find the headmaster of Hope's Peak Academy.
correct.
We have to find him and make him tell us everything.
No matter what.
As long as we can get our hands on him, I think... Kyoko. She said headmaster. I got that feeling again.
Well,
But even that is a problem not so easily solved.
Hmm.
Yeah, you're right.
So then,
Well, our business is done here. So for now, we should get out of here. Okay, enjoy your lurk, Jelly. Oh yeah, good idea.
Yep.
Then I... Achoo! Huh? Is it really that dusty? Wait, I mean... oh, no. I'm not waiting anymore. I'm not guarding it. Byaku's gonna be so mad at me. Let's avoid getting involved any further. Good call. But as we left the dressing room, someone was there waiting for us. Uh-oh.
Ba-bum.
My heart is pounding away. It's pounding away. You're not still mad about that whole breaking into the headmaster's room thing, are you? Oh, that little matter, or that matter doesn't matter even a little. And I'm a little jealous of you guys enjoying an indecent mixed bath. Doesn't matter either. It's building. I feel building.
Now I'm really angry.
My head's about to boil with rage. Okay.
Please.
Don't get angry. Here, let me help center your chakra. Etch this on the walls of your brain, okay? When you do something to me, I do it right back. An eye for an eye, a fang for a fang.
Huh?
Fang for a Fang? What just happened? What does Monokuma think we did? Be careful! He just chanted the incantation of devastation! I don't think he did. No, it's just a saying. Oh, I see. What's he talking about?
This is a school announcement. It is now 10 p.m. As such, it is officially nighttime. Soon the doors to the dining hall will be locked, and entry at that point is strictly prohibited. Okay then. Sweet dreams, everyone. Good night. Sleep tight. Don't let the bed bugs bite.
Correct.
So, it's nighttime.
Hey,
What does everyone want to do? Celeste was the one who suggested our nighttime rule, but she's gone now. I think we should still avoid being out at nighttime. I know it'll make me feel better that way. I agree. I agree.
it's true.
Very well then. In that case, time for bed. So everyone headed back to their rooms. Monokuma's final parting words left me feeling anxious about the rest of the night. I'm struggling to read today. Goodness gracious. Once I was back in my room, I got lost in thought. We'd learned from Alter Ego kept spinning around and around in my mind. The administrators of Hope's Peak had planned all of this. They did it because of the tragedy, which had happened a year before. And apparently, the headmaster is the one behind it all. The mastermind. All these mysteries make me worried. But I still have to try and unravel them bit by bit. I'm sure the road will be long and tough. I don't have any other choice. Let's talk a bit about where I was before I became a bear. At first, I was at a total loss. I just had no idea what I should become. A lady in our tech support department suggested I try being a shrimp. She was like, "Oh, the company's been trying to push for this forever. It's a really incredible offer." But as she laid out the details, it turned out it wasn't a tiger prawn like I'd hoped, but a little popcorn shrimp. That's tiny. I would have been the world's smallest mascot. I like eating shrimp. I want to be one myself. Plus, someone might come along and step on me. So then the lady totally started laughing at me. She was like, "You think we can do a tiger prawn on our budget?" So ultimately, I decided to become a bear instead.
And that's the secret origin story of Monokuma.
He's our mascot. Good morning, everyone.
Good morning, everyone. It is now 7 a.m. and nighttime is officially over. Time to rise and shine. Get ready to greet another beautiful day.
I should really have that be my alarm clock sound. First things first, I need to head to the dining hall. Monokuma wasn't always a bear? Apparently not. Wait, are we not meeting in the dining hall? Hina, well, Byakuya doesn't meet us, but Hina's outside too. Kyoko, Oh, Hina's inside as well. Toko's here. As I entered the dining hall, the first thing I saw was her. What are you staring at? Oh, Toko.
What's your problem?
What? You think your eyes will just rot or rot just by looking at me? Fine, then don't look at me. I think he's just surprised to see you at the breakfast meeting is all. Indeed. It's been quite a while since you joined us. Yeah, what made you change your mind? Byakuya said he likes a girl to have some meat on her bones, so I'm gonna start eating. I'm gonna force it down into my stomach. I'm gonna eat until I drop. That is not healthy, Toko. None of that is healthy in any way, shape, or form. We need to work on your, well, mental state? We need to work on things, Toko. Lots of things. Hi, Ivy. Welcome. Early dev Monokumo is disturbing. Oh.
Okay.
I refuse to lose.
Hina.
I wouldn't do that if I were you. Well, other than that, it looks like Kyoko isn't here.
You know?
Oh, she said she'd come by later. Later?
You know?
Yeah, after you leave. She's not even gonna trying to hide it anymore. Guys, I'm super upset that we upset Kyoko. I know I said she wanted you to show some backbone, but you didn't have to show her that much.
Just a second.
You're dirty, Makoto. Dirty. Present? Dirty? Dirty Alandia. Dirty? I didn't do anything dirty. You don't understand.
Just the worst.
You're the type who takes the stairs of love 3 steps at a time, aren't you? I'm telling you, it's not like that. Just shut up already, Hina. You've been running your filthy mouth like that all morning. Filthy? Me? Don't make me repeat myself. I didn't make any comments. Kato? Shh. I'm filthy. It's no use denying it. We can all see how disgusting you are.
Huh?
Shut up! You and... Oh gosh, Toko! Are you just... Byakuya, Hina... Nope, I'm not. Illicit club meetings? Toko, what are you talking about? Hey, knock it off! I can't deal with dirty stuff like that! Toko!
Please.
Stop it! Toko is just... Yeah. She's a lot of things for no reason. Alright. Oh, Toko. I thought chat was bad, but Toko! Ooh. I don't... So, would you rather have your black eye on the left or the right? Maybe I should have read some of that content warning. As for vengeance. Well, none of that's on there. Oh, year? Togo goes off? Togo is just excessive. Yeah, sorry.
Hey, come on.
Let's leave Toko alone. She's got a little funny from all her pent-up frustration. Yeah, funny?
You know?
Anyway, you and Kyoko need to make up already, you know? Yeah, I know, Hiro. I know. Yeah, well, sometimes I kind of forget how excessive she can get. Yeah, I know. I mean, of course I want things to get better as soon as possible. With everything that's been going on, I haven't had a chance to talk to her about what I saw. Or anything. I need to talk to Sakura about it. This fight with Kyoko might actually make me cry. Cheer up, man. It's not a big deal if a girl doesn't like you. Wait. What? It's better than having one sue you like I did. Jeez, Hiro. You've lived a pretty brutal life. I feel all dizzy. I can understand that. I seriously can't handle dirty stuff like that. Is Hina and I bonding on something here? Looks like Hina had an unexpected weakness. Oh, goodness gracious. Sakura? What is it? Can you make some time later? I was hoping I could talk to you. Now that Kyoko's dumped him, Makoto's trying to win Sakura's heart. Oh my god. Toko?
Just the worst.
And there goes Hina jumping on that bandwagon. Why is this happening to me?
Well,
In our talk, wait till tomorrow. I'd like to get some rest today. For some reason, I've been feeling worn down these last few days. Huh? Are you sick? Did you get hurt? No, nothing serious. I've just had some minor aches and pains. Huh? Is that... It must be because of that battle. But it must be pretty bad if you have to go rest. Are you sure you're okay? I'm sure a protein shake and some sleep will get me back on my feet.
You got it.
That's true. Protein is good for all kinds of stuff.
Hey.
You guys like worship protein. It's like your god or something.
Okay.
Makoto, I don't know what you want to talk to Sakura about, but save it till tomorrow. She's in pain. Yeah, I got it.
I'm sorry.
Sorry.
You know?
Well, for now, let's eat. Eat? I'm kind of nervous. Why? Huh? How come?
What's your problem?
Because I don't usually eat in front of other people. Ever since I was a kid, I'd eat by myself.
What the heck?
What about your family? Oh, well, yeah. I used to live with my dad, my mom, and my mom. Hannah does, yeah. Hannah does do that. It's kind of cute. Okay, your dad, your mom, and your mom. Got it.
Huh?
You had 2 moms? Not that weird, Hero. What? That's just how things were. That's like a serious issue. Hero, it's not that big of an issue. It's not that serious. It's cool. Just let it go. You're asking for trouble getting involved with her more than you have to. How dare you speak to me with that disgusting mouth of yours? Stop saying stuff like that! Anyway, I'm gonna go ahead and eat. If I don't, Kyoko will never show up. Pretty miserable situation, man. I scarfed down breakfast as fast as I could and immediately headed back to my room. This thing with Kyoko is breaking my heart. I had plans to just hang out with her and learn about her story, but now I can't because she's mad at me. I'll have to wait until tomorrow to confront Sakura about what I saw. But in a way, I'm kind of relieved. It takes a lot of courage to stand face to face with Sakura and accuse her of something. What are we gonna do with our free time? Kyoko! Can we talk? Please? Not this map. Go to first. Sakura's in their room. Nobody's up here. Nobody's up there. Where is everybody? Oh! Kyoko! The 4th floor. Go! That's the first time I've done that. That's cool. No. Kyoko? In the hallway. She's not in the hallway. Hero's here. Alright. Kyoko? Nope. Hina. Hero. Kyoko!
Anyway,
I'm busy. I don't have time to waste. But Kyoko, I tried to tell you. Okay. In that case, we haven't really hung out with Hina, have we? Pushing on them doesn't help. Smacking on them doesn't help. What the heck is up with those things?
Yeah.
Oh, sorry. I was talking about the metal plates covering all the windows. Oh, no. We should try grabbing the top and yanking down on it. Should I talk to Hina for a while? I suppose Kyoko doesn't want to talk to us.
You got it.
You want to do some stretches with me? I followed Hina's lead and did some elaborate stretching. Hina and I grew a little closer today. Would you like to give Hina a present? If we have something. Give her mineral water. Or a Coca-Cola. Tea. She likes food. A lunchbox. might be cute. A diamond? That might send the wrong message. Alright. Let's give her the lunchbox. Meat free. Hold on. We'll do it anyway. Thanks. I'm super stoked. Does that mean she liked it? I guess so. Is something wrong, Hina? I've reached my limit.
Just a second.
I'm stuck in here. Can't do any sports, can't do anything. I'm sick of it. I want to get out under the sun and do some laps. Run a marathon. I want to do some real sports. Hey, Hina, calm down, okay?
What the heck?
I can't do anything in here. If I can't move around, I'm gonna die like a bunny rabbit. But I always heard rabbits die from loneliness.
That's terrible.
Whatever. I'm gonna die if I don't get some proper physical activity. Don't you think that's a little extreme?
What the heck?
You think I'm kidding, don't you? But I seriously can't sit still, you know? Why else would I have joined 6 sports teams at school? 6? Oh, good
That's
lord.
right.
Yeah. Track, basketball, softball, volleyball, tennis, and the big one. The... What? Why? Don't think that's supposed to be Hina. The big one? She got to her main sport, but ran out of juice. I think it's gotta be... Going home is the sport. Bouldering would be fun, but I don't think that you need that energy. Oh my gosh. If I had that energy, I'd hike all day, probably. Swimming. Your main sport is swimming, right? Yeah, you got it. I don't even care what stroke it is. Just get me in a pool under the blue sky. But isn't it hard to do that many sports, even for you?
Well,
If I can't move, I'll just shrivel up and die. And I need a challenge. More and more new stuff to try. A challenge?
'cause, I mean,
What I really love about sports isn't winning, you know. It's having to fight and struggle and give it all you got to reach the top. It's that excitement, that fear that you might suffer a heartbreaking loss.
but
When you finally reach that goal, it's just lonely. It's lonely at the top, you know? I never really got into sports, so I couldn't really relate to what she was talking about. But I could tell that the reason Hina was so amazing is how hard she could fight and struggle. So that's why I want to push myself as hard as possible when it comes to swimming. I want to aim for the very highest mountaintop. The highest mountaintop?
okay.
I'm talking about the gold medal, of course. Aim for the gold, even if it means I'm a super gold spaz. Did she just call herself... Okay, but if that's what you want, isn't that all the more reason? If you have a goal, why are you standing around making excuses?
Huh?
Excuses?
Just a second.
Hey, when did I ever make excuses? Sure, maybe we're stuck in here right now with no way out. But if you really want to make an effort, shouldn't you try to see what you can do in here?
Oh,
That's a challenge. You just made an official challenge.
yeah, totally.
But I think you're right. If I want to get that gold medal, I have to make every effort I can. I want to become a genius of effort, I bet Ian's rope said something like that.
Okay.
Yeah! I can't go around making excuses just because we're stuck in here. Alright, I think I'm gonna go do some push-ups in my room. Like, maybe around 1,000 or something. Almost before she was done talking, Hina took off like a bat out of hell. She recovered exactly as fast and strong as I would have expected. I love that energy and it's chaotic. Yeah, a bit. Hina's voice is... Oh, all these voices today are a little bit more of a struggle than normal. Once we were done, I headed back to my room for a little while. Well, except for Kyoko's and Makoto's. Those ones are easy. And I guess Toko's isn't too bad. Alright. I have plenty of time. I don't feel like just sitting here. I should go somewhere. Now, who should we go spend time with? Oh, great. There's Toko. Byakuya. Hina. Yoko. Wait, where was she? I didn't even pay attention. In the dressing room. Oh. It's a laundry. Over here? Yep. Go away. She won't even look at me. She doesn't even want to see my face. No, Kyoko! Fine. So sad. Stupid game wouldn't let me tell her the truth. Might give me a choice and not actually let me choose. Oh no, that's Hina. I won't talk to Hina again. What is Byakuya doing in the warehouse? We need to get rid of some of these coins. Sure. So far, so good. Okay. Woo! Interesting. Another bottle of mineral water. Another Coca-Cola. Oh, Sana, you said you have that energy and it's chaotic. That is not what I read the first time. What is that? Oh, for me? It's an achievement we just unlocked. Woo! Okay. I already got that. Alright. Got a few more things now. Okay. Coco's supposed to be in the hallway. There she is. Oh no, it's Genocide Joe. What's up? You want to go on a murder spree with me? Is it really a good idea to hang out with Genocide Jack? What the hell? You want me to kill you or something? You're not even close to getting me heated up. Alright, fine. The time I spent with the murderous fiend was almost valuable. Should I just get a little closer to Genocide Jack? Huh. Do we have anything that Genocide Jack would be interested in? Roller slippers. Astral Boy doll? What? It looks like a radio. Layering shears? She's got her own special knife, so probably not. Chinchilla cover? Unending dandelion. Armor? I don't know. Tips and tips. A chin drill? That's game stuff. Baby? Yep. Okay. Well, that happened, chat.
Attention, attention!
Oh,
Please gather in the gym as soon as you possibly can.
this is new.
Quickly, 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 quickly!
He made a special announcement to ask us to come to the gym. He sounded pretty serious about it, too. Alright. Guess we're going to the gym. Where's the gym again? Gotta be... Oh. Okay. Dosha, what are you doing? I hear you making noise back there. No. The red door. It's the store. That's the way out? No. That's where I need to be, isn't it? No. Bathrooms. There it is. I haven't explored the school in a bit. It's been a bit. Hi, Sakura. You're the last one. Everyone else is already inside. Aren't you gonna go in?
However,
I have a bad feeling about this. More than just a feeling, probably. Monokuma did call us all together, after all. Sakura?
well then,
Makoto. If something happens to me, Hina. Huh?
I'm sorry.
No. Never mind.
So then,
I'm... Who would ever believe in someone who doesn't believe in themselves? Sakura? I don't like this. Everyone must have heard the announcement, and once we were all gathered at the gym, it began.
Well,
Let's get this show on the road! I know, I'm kind of worried about Sakura. You're about to give us your next motive presentation, aren't you?
That's right.
You got us all together to present another motive, right? Is he right?
huh?
We have to go through this again? I think that was wrong. No, not again. I can't take it anymore.
I see.
I'm impressed by your level of dismay. You finally see just how low on the totem pole of life you really are. No, 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 no. No, 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 no. That's not it at all. We're not here to talk about motive.
Today, I'm feeling black.
The reason I gathered you all here is so I could get rid of my grudge. Your grudge?
Why?
We have a grudge against you, of course. I don't recall you ever having a grudge against us. I told you yesterday, didn't I? An eye for an eye, a fang for a fang. Stop beating around the bush, just tell us what you're talking about. Well, Byakuya, you've already told everyone how one of you might be working as a spy for me, right?
Come on.
Yeah, so what about it?
In other words,
Well, today I'd like to tell you about that spy. What? Uh-oh.
hey,
So, guess what? The spy is actually Sakura Okami! Ugh. He said it so openly. It made it sound like it wasn't that big of a deal. Even though he just revealed a huge secret. What? What did you just say? He said, the spy is Sakura.
what is this?
What are you talking about?
You're a liar.
Sakura the spy? Right, Sakura? Sakura? And I might just make Sakura fulfill the promise she made sometime soon. And if she doesn't, I can't be responsible for what might happen to that hostage of mine. Anyway, that's all I wanted to say. What you guys choose to do with that information is up to you.
Thrills, chills, kills.
Roaster, boiler, killer, don't killer, whatever.
I can't wait. I can't wait.
Either way, I can't wait. And just like that, he was gone. Finally, I understood what he had been talking about. Eye for an eye, a fang for a fang. In other words, betrayal would be met with betrayal.
What the heck?
So, what does this mean? Uh-oh. I'm out of drink, and we've gone past our, break time. Alright, we'll get through this dialogue, and we'll take a break. Is it true? Has Ogre really been spying on us for the mastermind?
What are you saying?
What are you saying? There's no way! But that is what the stuffed animal said, right?
Wrong. You're
Well,
wrong.
he's wrong! There's just no way!
Hey,
Well, Sakura, he's wrong. All you have to do is tell us.
I'm sorry.
I'm sorry I didn't tell you earlier.
huh?
What?
Oh,
That he was being serious for serious? Ogre's been working for the mastermind?
I'm sorry.
So, you've been lying to us this whole time.
Huh?
It's not true. Sakura was probably being controlled. There's gotta be some reason. She didn't have a choice. She was just forced to do it. Oh my gosh, it's like Taka and Mondo all over again. Yeah, I'm sure Hina's right. The mastermind probably threatened her somehow, and Sakura had no choice but to do what she was told. What? You're talking like you know that for a fact. Because I do know it for a fact. Because I saw it. I saw Sakura and Monokuma fighting. And that's where I heard it. Monokuma mentioned a hostage a second ago, right? And during their fight, I heard Sakura say she decided to fight against the mastermind.
I see.
You saw that? The mastermind took a hostage, so you were forced to swear loyalty to them, right? But in the end, you made up your mind to betray the mastermind.
what?
Which means Sakura isn't our enemy. She's a friend who we can trust without question. Is that it? Ridiculous. Do you live in some sort of alternate reality fairy tale?
Not possible.
She was the mastermind's tool. You absolutely cannot trust someone like that.
Impossible.
He's right. We can't just believe whatever she says now. How can we even be sure she really did betray the mastermind? Maybe this is a double bluff, and she's still doing exactly what the mastermind wants.
What are you saying?
Sakura would never do that! Okay then, Sakura. If you really have cut ties with the mastermind, tell us who they really are. Well,
I'm sorry.
sorry, I can't. Even I don't know that.
What?
You don't know? That just makes you all the more suspicious.
Please.
She's telling the truth! You have to believe her!
Don't make me repeat myself.
Shut up. I'm not finished questioning her.
Come on.
Next question. What's this about a promise? What did the mastermind order you to do? I was told to kill one of my friends. It suddenly felt like the temperature in the room had dropped 20 degrees. Wait to those words.
I see.
So even now, you've taken aim on our lives.
Wrong.
You're wrong! I'm telling you, Sakura would never do that! You don't have to yell. We can hear you just fine. Don't you have an inside voice?
That's terrible.
It's because you're not listening to me!
Wait.
Please, stop. You don't need to defend me anymore. I have to take full responsibility for this.
However,
How do you tend to do that? By destroying the mastermind. What? I'm going to challenge them. Even if it means we both go down, I will defeat them.
I'm sorry.
That is how I intend to take responsibility. Hold on. What do you mean if you both go down?
Hina.
I'm sorry I didn't tell you about this. What?
I'm sorry.
I didn't know what to do. I went back and forth about confiding in you again and again.
Well,
But I was scared. I thought if I told you, you might think less of me.
but
Sakura!
I'm sorry.
Hi, Sakura. Sakura turned away from us and left the gym. And then... It is now officially nighttime.
This is a school announcement. It is now 10 p.m. As such, it is officially nighttime. Soon the doors to the dining hall will be locked, and entry at that point is strictly prohibited. Okay then. Sweet dreams, everyone. Good night. Sleep tight. Don't let the bed bugs bite.
Well, it's nighttime. We should all go to bed.
no way.
Hold on! This thing with Sakura is...
Don't make me repeat
over.
myself.
She's our enemy. There's nothing more to discuss.
That's terrible.
No! Sakura is not our enemy!
Why?
Why doesn't anyone understand her?
What?
What is it you think you understand? You didn't even know who she really was.
What is this?
That's...
Calm down.
Let it go for now, Hina. Talking about it isn't going to help anything.
Why?
But...
Anyway,
Go to your room, cool down, and we can continue this discussion tomorrow. Poor Sakura. Or poor Hina. Poor both of them. It was the worst. The mood at the end of the night was just the worst. Being in such an awful mood. We were honestly glad the day was over. Sakura is the spy. She's the traitor. Byakuya said Sakura is the enemy. He's wrong. She's not my enemy. She's my friend, without a doubt. But what can I do? What can I do to make everyone believe in Sakura? How? As long as you're human, there will always come a point where you wish you could do things differently. Even a baseball player in the major leagues. Even a soccer soccer player touring Europe. Even a famous singer who started her career as a backup dancer on a sketch comedy show. She makes a brilliant debut, but instead of going for more, she marries some third-rate actor and retires. Every human has regrets. Things they'd like to go back and change.
But I don't, because I'm a bear.
Grr. Good.
Good morning, everyone! It is now 7 a.m., and nighttime is officially over. Time to rise and shine! Get ready to greet another beautiful day!
I'm worried about Sakura. I need to hurry up and get to the dining hall. Okie dokie! And with that, it's time for a break. I need to go get another drink. So, we're gonna move here. This new layout is just messing with my head. Okay, I'm going to go take a break. Means you guys can go take a break, grab something to drink, grab snacks, use the restroom if you need to. Don't forget to wash your hands. Take a good stretch, and we'll be back soon. I'm just gonna leave the game music going in the background because the game music with Spotify doesn't really mix well. See you guys soon. Welcome back, everybody. I hope you had a good break. I'm being attacked by a child. Hold on. And by attacked, I mean she's turning circles around in my lap trying to get comfy. Can you please just lay down? And stop yelling at me? What? What do you want? Oops. Boop. Alright. Let's... Thank you. Back to the game. I am offset. If I scooch though, you're gonna fall. Guess I'm gonna be off center. I don't actually think I'm ever really center in this camera. Oh, goodness. Alright. Guys, you think Kyoko will forgive us? I hope Kyoko forgives us. What do you want? Shoot! You're right. I forgot to feed you dinner. And water. Hold on. Hold on, chat. How did I forget to feed you? Why are you smiling? Bree? Hold on, chat. Be right back. I got splashed by the turtle. I'm back. Kids are fed! And by kids, I mean the four-legged kind. And watered. She still had food. Rhea just fed her. She's down there eating. We'll see if we can't get her back up here when she's done. Such demanding children. Alright. Go to the dining hall. Kyoko! Please talk to me. I'm so sorry. Didn't mean to. I didn't want to. Kyoko. Good morning. You feed her the treat when she goes back up? Yeah. Still ignoring me. Is she really that mad at me? Actually, it's not just Kyoko. Ever since Monokuma summoned us last night, the atmosphere around here has gotten really heavy. I can almost feel it looming over us, weighing us down. Well, if nothing else, I need to patch things up with Kyoko as soon as possible. Yeah! You think? Stupid game making me lie to her. Makoto, are you okay? Huh? What do you mean? You were so late. You were late, so we were worried about you. What a dullard. Toko? Byakuya? What are you doing here?
What the heck?
They're taking refuge here! Refuge?
Such ignorance.
Don't make that stupid face. We have to protect ourselves against the Mastermind's tool. The Mastermind's... Are you talking about Sakura? That's when I finally noticed. The only one that wasn't in the dining hall? Sakura. Huh? Where is Sakura?
Stop talking.
All I know is, if she were here, I wouldn't be. The only reason I went out of my way to join the rest of you was as a safeguard against that threat. The threat?
What is this?
Why? Why do you hate her so much?
Naturally.
Isn't it obvious? Because this makes things unfair. Unfair? The game should be fair to all players. The existence of a spy for the mastermind upsets that balance.
What the heck?
That's a stupid reason.
What did you say?
Stupid. This is a life or death game, is it not?
That's terrible.
It is stupid. You're a stupid idiot.
Hey,
Before you get too far into your argument, maybe you should stop and think things through. Why did the masterminds reveal that Sakura was the spy to us?
what the heck?
They were getting revenge on her, right? Like Monokuma said, an eye for an eye.
However,
That may be part of it, but it's not the whole picture. Revealing the fact was also meant to serve as the next motive the mastermind wanted to give us. Oh, my glasses. The chaos and confusion born from suspicion, the hatred,
in other words,
this right here, the fighting, the bickering, is the trap the mastermind had laid for us. Knowing that, will you still stand there and argue like children?
but
That's not what I'm trying to do. It's just... I mean, how can I get you guys to believe in Sakura again? If she really can beat the mastermind like she said, that'd go a long way in my mind.
what are you saying?
It. You'd really ask her to do something so dangerous? What if something terrible happens to her? I'm beginning to really realize that my Hina voice is starting to sound like Bae. It didn't start out that way. Pretty sure. Hey, Peanut, come here. Come on. Have dinner and you still want to eat. You gotta come up here, though. Well, come here. How do you not trust me? Weird child.
Interesting.
It wouldn't matter. What? If Sakura were to die, that's one less person for the mastermind to control. I have no problem with that. Hold on! Byakuya! In fact, if she did die, that would settle this entire issue, wouldn't it? It would put the whole problem to rest. Oh, damn. Byakuya got slapped. Come on. Get up here.
What the hell?
You disgust me. You're a monster. To say something like that?
Hold on.
I know, baby.
No, hold on. Stay. Come on. There you go. Crunch, crunch. There we are. That's from Bree. Say thank you. That is not really a thank you. Goofy child.
It should have been you. You should have been the one to die.
Oof.
What?
I should have died. Interesting. Jinx. Then are you planning to take care of that yourself? Go ahead. Try it if you dare. That's how it works here, after all.
What is this?
You think I can't do it? Hina, calm down.
That's right.
This is exactly what the mastermind wants. And it's exactly what Sakura doesn't want. What's wrong? Lost your nerve? I'm leaving. I'll be in my room. Trembling with anger, Hina ran off. That stupid cow! How dare she! She should die 1,000 deaths, no, 1,000,000! So she was just another hysterical little girl, hardly worth my attention.
Just a second.
It's what other people call having feelings, Byakuya. And all you can do is mock them for it. What's wrong with that?
Hey,
A friendly word of warning. Someday, that attitude is gonna come back and bite you hard.
I don't have time to play with you.
I will happily elude its attempts. You know, how about we, eat? Or maybe now's not a good time?
You know?
Without a word, each of us left the dining hall. We headed back to our rooms, one by one. Well. Phew. So what should I do today? Kyoko. Where are you? Hi, baby. Are we demanding attention today? Hi. Go! Yeah, you're all tangled up in the headphone wire again. Kyoko?
anyway.
I'm busy. I don't have time to waste. Please?
Anyway.
Please?
Anyway.
Jack, Kyoko won't talk to me. I'm very sad. Oh, I walked right by you. Since you're here.
Oh, hey, Makoto.
Well, well, Makoto, what's going on? Sure.
Well,
You want to go grab a bite to eat in the dining hall? I'll teach you where all the best power spots are. Okay. Hiro taught me all about the best power spots. Let me go a little closer. Sure. What do we have to give Hiro? Oh, I don't actually have that on me. Well, that's weird. No. can always just go with food, I guess. Let's see, he says he's hungry. Let's have high quality ingredients. Sure.
What?
Whoa, I've always wanted one of these. My god, my Buddha, my Makoto! I'll never forget what you've done for me. I get the impression that he liked it. That's good.
Well?
Hey, Makoto, are you familiar with Kamata? It's a tiny little suburb in Tokyo, right? Wait. Oh no, that was Hiro. Anyway. Yeah, I've heard of it. What about it? Well, don't tell me when I told you this, but they appear here. Or there. Huh? What does? Umas. UMAs? What are UMAs? Umas. UMAs are, I think, unidentified somethings? Spaceships? You mean spaceships?
I'm right?
Ugh, no. Those are UFOs, you dingus. Okay, fine. A UMA is basically an animal version of that. I shouldn't have to tell you any more than that, right? UMAs are, I think, cryptids. You're talking about cryptids, right? Unidentified mysterious animals. Umatherma. Yeah.
You know?
You got it. And it just so happens they've been appearing in Little Old Kamata. What kind of cryptids?
How about that?
The terrifying skyfish. In the West, they're usually just called rods. They can fly, and they have a thin body and a big wide fin. They can move their fins in a wave pattern, which lets them move faster than the naked eye can see.
Could it be?
You ever heard of the Anomalocaris? Some people think that's what the skyfish evolved from. And some others think they're an artificial life form, a genetically engineered military superweapon. Isn't that scary as hell? Every time I sit and spend time with Hiro, it feels like a fever dream. But what would they be doing in Tokyo, and in Kamata no less? Nobody knows. But I think they're dangerous. You know how close Kamata is to the Haneda Airport, right? That's not Haneda. Yeah. Yeah? My brain says yes, but something doesn't sound right. Anyway. I don't want to wait till it's too late. I've been thinking I should call all the airlines. They need to know there's a way to get rid of those damn skyfish, and I know what it is. As long as they can pay my fee, I can keep things safe for them. That's what I'm gonna tell them. I wouldn't do that if I were you. I see a lot of jail time in your future if you do. Plus, isn't it like super occult? I just don't understand. Hey, look at you go. I have skill points, guys. Once we were all done, I headed back to my room for a little while. Okay, back to the room. Hameda Airport. I don't know. I have plenty of time. I don't feel like just sitting here. I should go somewhere. Okie doke. Now, where are people? Talk to you two. In the dressing room? Again? Kyoko, will talk to us. We will explain. And we will make up. Promise. I hope. Wait. There you are. She won't even look at me. I guess she doesn't even want to see my face. Well, who else can we talk to? I guess we could go talk to Sakura. That might be a good idea. Oh, she's with Hina. Wait, where were they? I love how I looked and then didn't pay attention. Oh no. They're in the dining hall. Ooh. Oh dear.
I'm sorry.
I appreciate the thought, but I'd like to be alone right now. I need time to myself. I need to think. Although, that's one skill I haven't developed too much. Great! Sakura doesn't want to talk to us either. Sakura and Hina. Finally, some action. Things are starting to become interesting.
What do you want?
Huh? Oh. I didn't see you standing there. Did you need something? Should I talk to Byakuya for a while? Kyoko will hang out with us.
That's fine.
Fine. I don't mind allowing you to indulge in my attention. I hope you appreciate this. I unfortunately spent some time with Byakuya, who I would really like to see be the murderer at some point, so I'm just kidding. Do I have something he would like? Give him some birdseed. A diamond. Wait, isn't it fake though? Oh yeah. What's this? A dark red seat cover. Its redefined design is intended only for the most elite clientele. Alright. You insist. I suppose I can accept it. Does that mean he liked it? Cool.
So, in other words,
Just to be clear, being the ultimate affluent prodigy is only one of my many talents. Some people think I rely on the care and protection of the Togami name. Huh? Is this a monologue or something? But I don't rely on my family. Rather, I am my family's savior. The Togami Corporation reaches across the world, true, but I will take us to even greater heights. It is expected of me naturally. After all, even my own family has recognized my ultimate superiority. In other words, even among the Togami family, I am the chosen among the chosen. So much confidence.
naturally.
And that confidence is justified, I assure you. It comes from battles I've fought and won. Battles? I am personally worth over $4 billion, separate from my Togami family assets. How the heck did you make that much money?
In other words,
The stock market. I buy and sell shares and assets based on market trends, all within a single day.
yes,
Surely someone as simple-minded as you has heard of this technique. So he buys and sells stuff on the stock market, doing everything in a single day. I think that's called trading cards. You're talking about day trading, right? And you're able to make $4 billion doing that?
That's right.
Well, I started doing it just to keep myself occupied, and before I knew it, there it was. It's really not a big deal. I'd say it's a super big deal. Wait, but are high schoolers even allowed to buy stocks and stuff?
Don't make me repeat myself.
I'm Byakuya Togami. Is that meant to be an explanation? $4 billion is nothing to the Togami Corporation, but for personal use, it's not bad. Oops. So now you understand, right? I'm not merely the child of modern day nobility. No, Byakuya, maybe we should start calling you the ultimate day trader. Oh, I don't do that anymore. It was too simple, so I got bored of it pretty quickly. Jeez. Do you realize how insulting that sounds to the rest of us? Of course. That's how I feel about anything I do. Frankly, life is too easy. It's only natural for me to do whatever I want in this world. Poor spoiled rich kid. Man, he really is confident. We're like worlds apart. Galaxies apart. Bye, child. You do not cuddle very long anymore. You not like it anymore? What's the matter? Oh, you're hungry again. Alright. Look at me go. Still reeling from Byakuya's story, I went back to my room. Can we talk to Kyoko now? No. 21 frames per second. Excuse me?
This is a school announcement. It is now 10 p.m. As such, it is officially nighttime. Soon the doors to the dining hall will be locked, and entry at that point is strictly prohibited.
When things don't match up.
Okay then. Sweet dreams, everyone. Good night. Sleep tight. Don't let the bed bugs bite.
Nighttime already. Night feels somehow uneasy. We still haven't settled things with Sakura. Everyone's in a terrible mood. I just hope nothing happens tonight. And we haven't made up with Kyoko. After I declined the offer to become a shrimp, the tech support lady just refused to drop the issue. Once the shrimp idea was dead, she came back suggesting I should become a crab instead. How much can one person love crustaceans? I said no, of course, and she shot back. Okay then, how about we make you extra special? You can be a crab that walks sideways and backwards. I don't remember the voice I did for this thing, but whatever. How's that any better? I don't want to go sideways or backwards. I want to go forward. I heard her annoyed sigh on the other end of the line. Then she said, "You just don't see the splendor of the crab. Haven't you ever heard of the tale of the crab and the monkey?" Of course I've heard of it. I know all about it. But so what? The crab beats the monkey, but it's just some legend. Hardly relevant to our greed-obsessed modern society. Sure, monkeys still show up in movies and stuff from time to time, but not crabs. Monkey-themed clothes are sweeping the fashion world, but the crab doesn't stand a chance, right? What I'm saying is, crabs have no place in today's light-speed world. Do your market research, lady. Which is why I chose the always popular bear image.
And that's the secret origin story of Monokuma.
It's very secret. It is officially morning.
Good morning, everyone! It is now 7 a.m. and nighttime is officially over. Time to rise and shine! Get ready to greet another beautiful day!
Need to do something about Sakura. We better go to the dining hall and talk to the others about it one more time. We need to do something about Kyoko. Ooh, ah! I don't know who said it. Huh? Is that someone screaming? That was a horrible scream. I think it came from the dining hall. What are you staring at me for, child? Peanut. What? Anywho. Wait. Dining hall. Makoto, we've got a big problem, man. What's wrong? Look! Hiro's finger shook as he pointed. Uh-oh.
Are you okay? What happened?
Jill. Hi, baby. Yeah?
She killed her.
What?
Genocide Jill killed Hina!
Hina's still alive.
You gotta be kidding!
No, she's not dead. Open your eyes. No way she's dead.
Why? What happened? Well, Toko and Hina just all of a sudden they were yelling and then they knocked the pepper off the table. Pepper? And that led to a sneeze?
You SOB!
Jill, why are we commenting on Hina's boobs? Please.
Totally not adorable. My beautiful scissors!
Okay then, let's get Hina to the nurse's office. Come on, Hiro, help me. Sure thing. Okay. We're on boob talk, obviously, Corey. So what I'm getting is that Jill was just jealous. TikTok talk, thank you very much. Was just jealous of Hina and decided to, I don't know, attack her? I suppose that's an answer. Genocide Jack's abrasive laugh chased us out of the room as we carried Hina away.
What?
By the time I finished taking care of Hina's injury in the nurse's office, she seemed to have fully regained her composure.
Sorry.
Thank you. Are you sure you're feeling better? Yeah, it really was just a scratch. But still, that was super close. How did you think that Jill killed her? You weird dude. If I hadn't yelled out, you might be dead right now. It's all thanks to me, you know.
Yes. Well, 1,000 thank yous. Thanks to you, sir.
So sarcastic. That just makes you sound even more hostile. Alright, everybody's falling apart. Chat, this is not good. Hey, Hina, what the heck happened?
Oh, we just got into a fight and I lost my temper and flew off the handle.
Let me guess. The fight was because of Sakura?
But
At first, I tried to ignore it. If you let jerk buttholes get to you all the time, you'll never have time left to live your life.
I stumbled through that horribly.
But she wouldn't let it go. So I just... Without thinking about it, I felt like I wanted to punch her like a dozen times.
You're serious?
A dozen punches isn't really without thinking. And when things got out of hand, Genocide Jack got let loose, right?
sorry.
It's my own fault. But I just couldn't take it anymore. Because she was saying all those terrible things about my friend, you know.
Before I knew it, Hina's eyes started welling up with tears. And just as the tears were on the brink of spilling over, the door to the nurse's office burst open. I thought the door was going to fly off its hinges. And there she stood before us.
Hina.
Sakura!
You're hurt. What happened?
Oh, nothing. It's not a big deal.
Makoto, Hiro, what is the meaning of this? It wasn't me. It was Genocide Jill. It's all that demented murderous fiend's fault.
Damn.
To hurt Hina. Damn you. To leave me alone, but hurt her. What is this?
How dare you?
What is this? Yeah. It's really hard to do an angry Sakura with that voice.
Okay, really. It's just a scratch.
No forgiveness.
Unforgivable.
I can't forgive this.
Hiro. Calm down, my dude. Hiro, if you want to hate someone, hate me. If you want to hurt someone, hurt me. I don't hate you exactly.
I can't forgive this.
Why? Someone save me! Okay. Hiro nearly tripped over himself as he ran screaming out of the nurse's office. Hiro needs a reality check. But just a second later. What's going on?
Hey,
What's all this noise about?
Kyoko!
Kyoko stood in the doorway of the nurse's office, taking Hiro's spot in the room.
it would seem...
I gather something happened?
Kyoko!
Please, you have to stop Sakura.
Wait.
You don't need to stop me. I'm okay. I'm not going to do anything. I'm drawing a line right here and now. Drawing a line?
Goodbye.
Bye.
Wait! Sakura!
Hina sprang into action, leaving the nurse's office to chase after Sakura, leaving us alone with Kyoko to make up. Yes? Yes. The only ones left were... Kyoko? Are you still mad? Yep. Yeah. I figured.
That's fine.
It's fine. Ow. Why are you biting me for no reason, child? Can I help you? Huh?
Whew.
About that issue we discussed earlier. It doesn't matter anymore. And then
Do you forgive me for not being able to talk about it?
In other words,
You could have told me about Sakura and Monokuma fighting. You stayed quiet. You were only thinking of Sakura, and that's why you didn't tell me, right? You didn't want to confuse everyone until you could talk to her and be sure of what you saw. That's what you were thinking, and that's why you didn't tell me, right? Yeah. To think like that.
I wouldn't have expected such arrogance from you.
Arrogance? What?
Because
Ultimately, that means you don't trust me. No, that's not it. But if that's how you feel, you can't really change your mind. I'm sorry.
that's fine.
It's fine. I've already forgotten about it. No, you haven't. Don't lie. Besides,
And
I may have overreacted. Huh? She's blushing. Anyway, it's over and done with. Like I said, let's just forget about it. You ignored me for 3 days! And it's fine? Okay. As long as we're friends. Kyoko's accused of blushes? Yeah. What? I'm not unreasonable. It was a really long 3 days. I know I'm at fault. I wanted to tell her the truth. I'm not mad. I'm just... It's a lot of lost time. That was 3 days of silence. Okay. Thank you.
Whew.
That issue we discussed doesn't matter anymore. I want to talk to you about something else. No, I want the other one. There it is. What is it you wanted to talk to me about?
Indeed.
Actually, I'd like you to come somewhere with me. I have business there. Where?
So,
Just come with me and you'll find out. I guess, but...
shall we go?
Well then, shall we get going? With her typical indifference, Kyoko turned and walked away, setting a brisk pace. Kyoko! I hurried to catch up with her. I didn't want to lie. She walked ahead in silence. And in silence, I chased her. And eventually we arrived. The dressing room? So there's something else you mentioned.
Indeed.
That's right. It has to do with alter ego. But you said we didn't need alter ego anymore.
Wrong.
I didn't say we didn't need him. I just said he had done his job. Besides, it's not us that needs alter ego. He has business with us. Huh?
Right.
Alter ego asked me to bring others to come see him. Apparently, he has something he wants to ask us. Hi, random kitty cat. Don't worry about being late. No worries. I appreciate any time that you can spend here. Alter ego wants to ask us something?
Correct.
Alright. I guess we're gonna go talk to alter ego. Hello! Oh, so it's just the two of you? Kyoko and Makoto? Kyoko's fingers glided across the keyboard. is 2 not enough? Well, I'm sorry to hear that. I hope we can at least give you some chill vibes and you're able to relax some. And maybe make the day a little bit better. Even if it's just at the end. No, it's okay. There should be plenty. But what is it he wants to ask us?
Indeed.
Let's find out, shall we? Kyoko typed in the question. What did you want to ask us? Oh, yeah, so... I'd like you to take me somewhere where you can connect me to the school network.
What?
Kyoko and I quickly glanced at each other. She replied, "Why?" Well, you said my job was done, right? But to just stop here, saying I finished my work, I don't want that. I want to keep being helpful to everyone. I want to work as hard as everyone else so that we can all get out of here. That's what Master would want too. Aw, I'm sorry. I'm very sorry to hear that. It's not an easy thing to have to do. Or deal with, even. So, to help everyone else solve the mystery of this school, the only way I can help is if you connect me to the school's network. But if you did that, that's basically suicide. I'm positive the mastermind would find out about it. They'd find you, and they'd... You agree, right, Kyoko? I realize how dangerous it could be. But still, I have to do this. I'm scared, but I can handle it. Hi. I don't really understand why, but when I think of everyone else, my courage starts to grow. You might think I'm just some inhuman AI, but it's true. So, it's okay. If it's for the... Alter Ego is so brave, just like their master Chihiro is. I agree. If it's for the sake of everyone else, I won't be afraid. I couldn't help but get lost in that voice. It was just too committed, too admirable, too fragile.
Hey.
You remember what I asked before? Wait, you remember what you asked before, Makoto? You asked what the difference is between a person and a program, right? Yeah?
Certainly.
When I talk to Alter Ego, I don't know. I have no idea how to answer that question. I think maybe that's a question even the program's creator can't answer. But I can say this.
Correct.
There's no question that Alter Ego is our friend. Kyoko. To be honest, I didn't want Alter Ego to push himself anymore. Because if we take any more risks, the Mastermind really will notice it. But...
Makoto.
Let's do it, Makoto. Let's connect Alter Ego to the network. But...
Hey.
He's our friend, so I want to take his feelings into consideration. And he says he wants to fight alongside his friends.
Now...
If you were in his place, could you just sit by and do nothing in this situation? If you saw everyone else fighting and doing their best, would you just look the other way? Or would you stand up? Stand up tall next to everyone else and tell them you're their friend. Hey, are you guys fighting? If it's about me, please don't.
I want to believe in myself.
I want to be able to say, I know I can do this.
Leave it to me.
So please, let me try.
Listen.
And besides, there's one place where the mastermind might not notice. One place?
That's right.
Remember? There's another place besides here where there's no surveillance camera. A room without a surveillance camera. That's it! The secret room you told me about. Hi. What you doing? You're being silly. I definitely remember there was no surveillance camera in there.
Indeed.
Oh. And I do believe you can connect to the network from there. I remember seeing an Ethernet port on the wall. However, just because there's no camera there doesn't mean there's no danger. There's no way to be sure the mastermind isn't monitoring the network somehow. We also have to move Alter Ego, and the mastermind might spot us going into the secret room. If they pick up on any of this, then it's all over. You're right.
That's what we have to do.
But despite all that, I still think we need to try.
Correct.
Because that's our best chance of finding any new clues. Yoko? In that case, will you let me carry him? There's no way you could hide him with what you're wearing, right? So let me do it.
It's true.
Okay then. I'll leave it to you. Thank you.
So then...
Then let's get started. It's gonna be a little cramped for you, Alter Ego. Bear with us, okay? We started packing him up right away. I closed the laptop and stuffed it underneath my jacket. It tickles! How? Your computer. Shh! You can't talk right now. We're going to move you to another room. Until we get there, you have to be absolutely silent, okay? Understood. Your command has been implemented. Child? Would you sit still? You do sit still. Yes, you do. Good. Have him react like a machine like that all of a sudden. I didn't know how to react.
Makoto.
In the secret room, there are a bunch of different cables in one of the desk drawers. So there might be a network cable in there?
However...
Assuming the mastermind hasn't taken it already. Well, all we can do is go and check for ourselves.
It's true.
Agreed. Let's head to the secret room. Time to move to the secret room. Wait, it's not on this floor. Where do those stairs lead, I wonder? Was it this one?
Just a second.
This isn't where we need to go.
Hey.
Come on, we have to hurry. Nope. Sorry, I forgot where it is. Ah. This one.
Hey.
Hey, Makoto?
Why?
Are you sure all the documents are gone? I refuse to believe you. Go and check again. What?
Listen to me.
Just hurry up and go, and make sure you don't run off. I'm gonna wait right here. Oh, I get it. She's acting. She was so forceful, I thought I made her mad again somehow.
Just a second.
Why are you still standing there? Hurry up and go. Okay, I'm going.
So then...
And be thorough. I'm counting on you. She scared me. Okay, first we have to find a network cable. According to Kyoko, there should be a bunch of cables in this drawer. Found it. This is a network cable, right? Now we just have to connect Alter Ego. I immediately got to work. I pulled out the laptop and connected it to the Ethernet port with the cable. Except there's nowhere really to hide in. And that should do it.
That's right.
Yeah, I think it worked.
Leave it to me.
Just leave the rest to me. I swear, I'll find something. I might even be able to connect to the outside world. If I can, I'll see if I can call for help. So please, just wait a little longer, or a little while longer.
I'm gonna
Just
do
hold,
my best.
just hold tight and put your faith in me. As I was about to leave, I decided to leave him with one last thing. No matter what, we're gonna get out of here. You and all the rest of us, as friends. Friends? Even me?
Thank you.
Thank you, Makoto. Eat.
Makoto.
How'd it go? Well, it went okay. But all the, documents were gone. Just like I told you. My reply was an unintentional mix of acting and real feelings.
Correct.
I see. Then there's nothing left for us here.
Goodbye.
Before I knew it, Kyoko was walking away. I wasn't acting anymore. That much was for sure. Ah, Kyoko!
What?
Yes? So we're just gonna split up?
Why is that?
Of course. I have no reason to stay with you at this point. Well, maybe, but isn't that a little too direct?
Whew.
Should I hesitate and fumble for something to say? You're so high maintenance. That's not what I meant. I just had more I wanted to talk to you about. Like, what are you gonna do about Sakura?
It's true.
Well, something has to be done, it's true.
However,
But the way things are, there's no way to persuade anyone. I don't have the mind to listen. Then what should we...
so
If we can find some new clue, that would likely change the situation. That's all we can hope for now. Which is why Alter Ego...
correct.
All we can do is wait and believe in our friends. You're right. That's our only option. 'Tis a sad option. We parted ways and I headed back to my room. I'm kind of tired, so I laid down in bed. Maybe it was because of the stress of moving Alter Ego. But I was way more tired than I realized. So before long at all, it was nap time. I had completely dozed off. Nope, doorbell. A ding dong. Sharp sound of the doorbell pierced my sleepy haze and pulled me back to the real world. Through the door. Who is at the door?
Makoto.
Get out here. Kyoko, what's going on?
Indeed.
Hina just came to see me. She was white as a ghost. It sounds like something's happened. Uh-oh. What? As soon as I heard those words, my heart started to beat a little faster. I suddenly found myself wide awake. She said for us to come to the rec room. The rec room? Okay, let's hurry. Kyoko's not gonna kill us, right? Hina? Makoto! Kyoko! Hina, what's wrong? Something's not right! In the rec room. What's inside? There was a window on the rec room door, and I hurried to look inside. And when I did... Sakura? Is she unconscious? She's sitting up in the chair, like she's bowing her head. Uh-oh.
Hey.
What's going on? Did something happen to her?
Huh?
I was just walking past, and I happened to notice her through the window. But I couldn't get the door open. Oh. Thank you, Yamanaka. I tried knocking. I tried calling her name. But she wouldn't respond. So what should we do? What are we gonna do?
Anyway.
First of all, we need to get into that room. But the door's locked, right? And if we break in, we'll be violating the school regulations.
Listen to me.
We're going to force our way in. I just said
Wrong.
the door isn't locked. It's not locked because the rec room door doesn't have a lock. Huh? Then why?
It would seem...
It feels like the door is pressing up against something inside the room. Wait. Is it the chair? Chair?
In other words...
Either way, this door isn't locked, which means, as far as I can tell, the rule doesn't apply. Then there's no problem if we break in?
Indeed.
Let's smash the window. Should be the fastest way. I have energy spot. Okay, I'll go get something to break it with. Wait right here. Inside the rec room, Sakura still hadn't moved an inch. She's just unconscious, right? Is she okay? I mean, it's Sakura, so I'm sure... Kyoko didn't reply. It was only silence. That silence didn't last long. Here! I found a broom! In the classroom! Use it!
Makoto.
You can handle this, right, Makoto?
Please!
Come on! Please, hurry! Okay, you two stand back. Took hold of the broom and swung as hard as I could, aiming directly at the window. All it took was one solid hit. The window shattered into 100 pieces, scattering across the rec room floor. I stuck my hand through the now open window and started jostling the chair leaning against the door. The chair's pretty heavy, but if I can just... I pushed on it with all my strength, and finally the knob turned. Sakura! I ran up to her as fast as I could. But the moment I laid my hand on her... Uh-oh. There's a smile? All I felt was cold death. I could feel only the last lingering warmth of a living body. Life had abandoned Sakura's body. And then...
A body has been discovered! After a certain amount of time, which you may use however you like, the class trial will begin.
Huh?
Fair warning, if you want to avoid the problem of a trial and investigation being different streams, you should either stop here or be prepared for a very, 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 very late night stream. The investigation plus trial is very long. Yeah, I was kind of thinking that based off of what happened last time. Huh?
Sakura's.
It is super long.
Are the two together something we could fit into a 4-hour stream? With how I tend to do it, with discussion as I read along? Or take like 5 hours? Okay. So we're not gonna start the investigation today. And if it's gonna take like 5 hours with both of those, plus how I tend to like interact with what's going on as a discussion, well, I might have to wait till, I'd say Thursday stream, but I don't stream Thursdays. I might have to. New mechanics too? It's a heavy talk. Okay. Well, we might have to split the investigation and the trial up anyway, if it's gonna be that long. Or we could do it Friday and start earlier. We could do that. I'm just making myself a note. So Wednesday we'll have to do something else. Let's see. Could do more Fable on Wednesday. Or we could do a mod night. We haven't done a mod game night. It would be without E-Jam, but or we can do a big group of people. We'll see. We'll talk to people, see what we can do. We'll plan something. But we'll plan for the next Danganronpa stream to be on Friday then, and we'll just start maybe a couple hours early and do a longer stream. That might be the best option. Okay.
Dead? She's really dead?
Poor Hina. Heard Hina talking, but my eyes stared steadily forward. I could only look on at Sakura's dead body. We didn't make it in time. It's happened again. Muttering to herself, Kyoka began to gently inspect Sakura's body. I wonder, was she confirming that Sakura really was dead? Checking for a pulse or reaction? Okay, I need to... Yeah, okay. Let's save here. So I don't want to get too much further. Oh. And... Alright. I mean, it's basically 10 o'clock already, so it's actually good timing. Okay. So, that was the beginning part of chapter 4. There was a lot to unpack there. We've learned that Sakura was the spy, but only because Monokuma in the mastermind has... Oh, thank you for the follow. Deconstructed air. Thank you so much. That the mastermind has a hostage. I don't know who that is though. And then we upset Kyoko by not telling her what was going on and what we'd learned. But we've made up. We've got Alter Ego hooked into the school network. Hopefully they'll be able to find something about the mastermind from there. And now we have this to unpack. So this will be interesting, I guess. I'm a little interested in how the investigation and trial is going to go, because I'm not sure this was an actual murder. So that'll be interesting. But anyway, let me go see who we're going to be reading tonight. Who is streaming? Kyle is streaming. Should go read Kyle. Named your microphone Mike. Okay. AER, Memories of Old. Okay, cool. Aid Moody. Hope I spelled that right. Alright, perfect. Alright, so we're gonna call it here, guys. Thank you so much for joining me today. I need to sit up straight. I hope you enjoyed the game. And if it was a little uncomfortable for you, you had to duck out, do not feel guilty about that ever. I would rather you guys take care of yourself and your mental health and, than have you try to suffer through that and work through things that are going to be difficult for you. So, but for whatever you were able to be here for, I hope you at least enjoyed that. And if this is not really the game for you, I totally understand that as well. No worries at all. No, I won't take any sort of offense for any of that, because we're all different people. We all like different things, and we all have, different experiences to deal with. Anyway, next stream is Wednesday, which we will figure out what we're gonna do for that, and then we'll do more Danganronpa on Friday. So, until the next one, guys, thank you so much for stopping by. I really appreciate it. And I hope you have a great rest of your day, night, evening. And until the next one. Bye, everyone.